Welcome to this session of Wellness, Wonder and Learning. Today I will tell you about how fallout of Iran-Israel conflict could impact global politics. This fallout from the attack has significantly destabilized the region, creating a precious environment fraught with uncertainty. Whole region is surrounded by uncertainty, you can say. In the wake of the unprecedented drone and missile attack launched by the Iran against Israel, the region finds itself tearing on the edge of a potentially devastating conflict, with sirens blaring and explosions resonating over Jerusalem. The long-standing covert war between Iran and Israel has prompted fears of further escalation and instability. Now, we will see regional escalation. Iran had previously issued threats of retaliation against Israel following an April 1st air strike on its consulate in Damascus, where 7 Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps IRGC personnel, including 2 generals, were killed. And this has resulted, but as expected, the fallout This has destabilized the region, creating a precious environment fraught with uncertainty. The Israeli strike on the Iranian embassy in Damascus has had a dramatic impact on regional politics in making the region a more precarious, more unstable environment. The direct attack from the Israel resulted in the killing of senior members of the IRGC and provoked a powerful condemnation from senior Iranian figures including Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. This has caused serious concern among many in Israel, the United States and beyond about Iranian retaliation against Israel. But this could take a number of different forms. What could take? Iran feels it is under pressure to respond by virtue of its long-standing support of Palestinian cause and by virtue of its long-standing opposition to the state of Israel. The Iranian military declared that its drone and missile assault on Israel had accomplished all intended goals. As a result of being the de facto leader of Axis resistance, Iran finds itself in somewhat of a bind here. Since the establishment of the Islamic Republic of Iran in 1979, it has been very careful not to play into escalation with Israel, but at the same time, it is in some ways forced into some type of retaliation. Now, what will be the possible Israel response? You can see Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today said that his country has been preparing for a direct attack by Iran for years and will harm anyone who harms them. Now see, this is the declaration of Israel Prime Minister. Israel has said that if there is a direct strike from the Iranian territory, then it will respond in kind. That is interesting wording in the sense that it speaks of a direct Iranian attack. United States President Joe Biden, Israel's strongest ally, has pledged ironclad support for Israel. Historically, Israel's firm stance on assaults of its territories signals that any direct attack from the Iranian territory will be met with swift reprisal. Despite the preference of de escalation, the specter of conflict looms large, particularly as Israel contemplates its next move. No one wants an escalation right now, but the decision from the war cabinet in Israel is going to be absolutely essential in what happens next. Whether Netanyahu decides that the ability to deter is stemming from the ability to close down the colossal attack granted at a huge economic cost of an estimated $1 billion is enough to say to Israel's rival, look, we will stop you whatever the cost. This is the situation. In a region fraught with volatility, the slightest misstep could precipitate a catastrophic escalation with far reaching consequences. What will Israel do next? Will the Iranian strikes provoke another response? The Iranians have been very keen to say this has nothing to do with the US. This is the situation. And now situation is going to be worse. And anytime, anything can happen. Watch and wait. Thank you.